Hi friends, I'm back. I'm still in Fort Lauderdale, but I'm back on social media, and I'm loving these new glasses. I think they're going to be my new signature look. What do you think? They're so me. Anyway, I'm back from what I thought was going to be 10 days of social media detox, and it turned into 11. It wasn't so terribly hard as I thought. But I'm happy to be back. I have to admit I've missed you all. As some of you may know, I was on a cruise. I was rewarded for helping people with lifelong lifestyle transformation to make their lifestyle and healthy habits second nature. And I got to go on a cruise with all my fellow coaching buddies and bring my husband along with me, and it was an absolute blast. So I decided to take the opportunity to do a digital detox and go Wi-Fi free for an entire week while we were on the boat. So it wasn't terribly hard because it was so busy while we were there. There was so much to do. But retrospect, I wanted to share some insights that I had with you being Wi-Fi free, and then catching up after getting back, catching up with my 90-day extraordinary life challenge. I have been doing some reading and some meditating. So 2 things to share with you tonight. Just getting back into the swing and getting back into touch with everyone. Top 10 things I got out of 10 days being Wi-Fi free. And you might try this sometime. I encourage you to do it. It was really a great experience. But these are my insights that I got. Number 1, I was present in the moment, much easier. Present. I was deeper conversations. I noticed details more. I had no fear of missing out, no dread of missing out on anything going on in the world, albeit it's easy on a cruise. Letting go was peaceful, and I experienced much more peace in my life, in my body, and my mind than I have in a really long time. I was able to trust that, hey, God can take care of the world and everyone in it without me. And just trust and let go, and it was like a trust fall almost, like things couldn't go on without me. So and I learned that, yeah, people can take care of themselves. Gratitude was much more. Sleep was better. My quality and quantity of sleep was better, and actually joy in missing out, thinking I wasn't connected. It was very joyous, and I was really more connected with my Creator. Connecting with my Creator was amazing. Of course, it's easy again on a beautiful place on a cruise with all of the beauty around you. But those are my top 10 things, and I encourage you to try it out for a day, an afternoon, a week. I didn't imagine that I could go quite that long, and I did, and it was wonderful. The other thing I wanted to share with you was my insights on my top 5 regrets for the 90-day challenge. I was catching up in my reading with this. I mentioned before I left that I had started this extraordinary life challenge, and I had some really big insights here as well. The minute I plugged back in to Wi-Fi and got back on, in communication with people, I got a phone call that was very upsetting because someone very close to me, who I won't say, will remain anonymous, nearly lost a limb due to cardiovascular disease and a severe blockage while I was gone and unplugged. And it really was profoundly impacting to me, and luckily everything's okay. But ironically enough, I'm there I was away actually because I am passionate about helping people live healthy lifestyles and making it a second nature. And while I was away, someone nearly lost their limb because of it. I'm not being healthy, and I realize how much work there is to be done, and I realize how serious it is. And I realized how close to maybe, a stroke or even death this person was. And while I was gone, it could have been over in an instant. So it really impacted me. And when I was catching up in my book, one of the pages, one of the studies was about the 5 regrets of the dying, and a nurse that worked in palliative care had recorded the 5 top things people regret while they're in the process of dying. And I wanted to share those with you because I think they're good points to ponder right now before an emergency sets in, before you're in that situation where you're actually having to deal with end-of-life situations, to think about these top 5 things right now. Again, from this book, and thank you, David, for putting these in this book, because I think they're absolutely profound, and all of us should be thinking about it right now. How would we answer these questions? Number one, I want to share these with you. Number one, the first top regret was, I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself and not the life others expected of me. Number one, can you answer that? I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself and not the life others expected of me. Most of the dreams, she wrote, most people's dreams go unhonored, and they have to die knowing they had the choice to do something different, and they either made that choice or they didn't. And they know, and they also knew that health is a freedom. Once you lose it, you can't buy it back, and health is a freedom. And they realize that when you no longer have it, it's something that you wish you had paid more attention to. So number one, are you living a life true to yourself? Number two, the other regret the dying have, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. This regret of missing out on people's lives and important people and things that are happening in your life. Are we all wishing we hadn't worked so hard? So that's a question each of us have to answer. Number three, I wish I had the courage to fully express my feelings. Do we go to the grave, so to speak, never saying what we wanted to say, never becoming who we wanted to become, never fulfilling our capacity, or never fulfilling our abilities? Do we develop illnesses because we didn't say? We took bitterness and anger to the grave, and we were resentful, and are we actually expressing what we need to express and taking care of our side of the fence? So that's a good one to think about. Are you fully expressing your feelings? Number four, I wish I had kept in touch with friends and family. That's a big one. So many times life gets so busy, we don't stay in touch, and we don't remember how important those friendships are, and even family and extended family. So staying in touch with them. Are we doing that? And number five, lastly but not leastly, I wish I had let myself be happier. So do you want that to be a thought when you are facing your last days? I wish I had let myself be happier. It is a choice, and most people at the end of the day discover that being happy is a choice. We can be happy with what we have and content. We can learn to laugh and be silly and not take ourselves so seriously, and not take ourselves so seriously. And not be afraid to change, our lives, our circumstances, the things we do, think, and say, because really at the end of the day, did we live a happy life, or was it one of drudgery and obligation? So did we fulfill on all we were meant to do and be in our lives? So points to ponder, and I'm pondering those this week big time, having had that kind of a truth bomb phone call after plugging back in. So just encourage everybody to live large, live free, be happy, make sure to take your health on. Your health is your wealth. You can't buy it back. So, if it's not going your way, let's transform it. Let's make it extraordinary. If I can, help in any way, I certainly will. That's what I love to do. It's my passion and my vocation. I get to live my purpose out loud and be passionate about it and help people along the way. So I'm blessed, and thank you for being my friend, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again. I've missed you all. I've missed out on so much in 10 or 11 days. It's hard to catch up, but I will catch up with you, and hope you have a wonderful spring. Spring into summer is here. Looking forward to talking to you really soon, and let me know what your points were that you pondered on from what I had to say. And if you're going to try a digital detox, I highly recommend it. Have a great evening, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.